try to get through this fast because it's Greek food festival time here in the city, and the more I talk about Gyromite, the hungrier I get. So here's the skinny. If you've got a R.O.B. and you have any interest in actually using the thing as a gaming device, here is 50% of the available titles for said device. The ironic part is that using a R.O.B. is the most inefficient way possible to control this game, as anyone with 2 functioning toes, or an actual friend who isn't a robot, can perform the manipulation of the second player controller without having to spin a gyro up to speed, apply onions and tomatoes, and use the principle of conservation of angular momentum to keep said gyro perched and spinning upon a plunger, covered in tzatziki sauce. Alright, I'll try to do better in Graph 2. You control Professor Hector, who possibly rivals the R.O.B. itself in obscurity, having only appeared since in Tetris DS. His workshop has been infested with gremlin-looking things called smicks, and also with bombs. You've got to amble your professor all over the place, defusing the dynamite, moving turnips, which distract the little green menaces so you can slip by, and climbing ropes in action eerily similar to Donkey Kong Jr. No, seriously, the likeness is astounding. However, the course is also populated by red and blue gates, which correspond to the red and blue trays on the big old R.O.B. rig. By pressing start, you stop the professor for a moment and can transmit commands directly to R.O.B., who can grab gyros from their racks, use them to press down on trays, or spin one up to speed using that spinny what's-it and use it to keep a button depressed. That said, the whole mechanism only serves as an extra convoluted way to press the A and B buttons on the second controller. But it's the thought that counts. And then there's the B mode. NES games of this era almost always had a B mode, which switched up the gameplay just enough to make you think you were getting something more for your money. In this case, Professor Hector's stricken with somnambulism, and you have to use R.O.B. to guide him through the inexplicable death trap immediately outside his bed. He just keeps marching to the right, like some band director in his head's playing Sousa, stopping only to climb ropes, bonk his head off the ceiling, and then jump to the right. Nimble little minx, isn't he? In this mode, you have no control over him whatsoever. Your only hope is to use R.O.B. to manipulate the gates, which may double as elevators in certain circumstances, to see him safely home. If you want to play Gyromite, well, you can do so readily, as the game itself is only a few bucks and is playable without the R.O.B. If you want the real robot-driven experience, well, in the words of the sage Brian S., who foisted this game upon me, good luck. Each particular fiddly bit is its own brand of difficult to find, and you'll be shelling out a mint before long. Mint that could be better combined with yogurt and cucumbers and dill and marjoram and... screw it, I'm taking off for lunch.